Hi, I'm Sam DeBella, and today I'll be giving you a beginner's tutorial on how to use poi. If you're unfamiliar with them, it's a flow art which derives from the Maori people of New Zealand, and they would use this to increase their hand strength as well as flexibility and their hand-eye coordination. Today I'll be giving you a couple of exercises working on plane control and a couple of very basic moves as well as turns. Now, if you're like me and right when you're starting out you're kind of balling on a budget, so to speak, and you just don't have the money to drop like $30+ on something that you're not even sure you'll get into, you can actually make your own set of poi very easily. You want to grab a long tube sock and a tennis ball which you stick inside. It works better if you cut some slits into the tennis ball so that if it hits your head, it'll be kind of gushy and it won't really hurt as much because the air can escape easier. And then you're just going to tie it off, and when using something like that, you're just going to very basically hold it between your index finger and your thumb so that you get a good amount of control on where it's going. Now, if you have your own set or are planning on buying your own, there's a couple different handles and I'm going to show you how to use them right now. So the first and most secure method of handle is a long single loop. So how you're going to use this, you're going to take your peace fingers with your palm facing up, pinch the outside somewhat, and then you're going to flip the handle around your fingers, and when you let go, it'll tighten up right there. And that really gives you a lot of control over the entire thing, and you don't have to worry about holding it because it'll just be securely attached to your finger. The second style is going to be a similar concept, but it'll actually be just two loops next to each other. Not like this is just for example. But then what you're going to do is you're going to either take your index finger and your middle finger, or it could be your middle finger and your ring finger, whatever you're most comfortable with once you start spinning it around. And you just slowly hold it like that. There's no extra steps to it. So if you've never used poi before and you try and jump into it right away, you're probably going to look something like this. You can tell that the planes are sloppy, they're kind of at a diagonal, and they actually hit each other a couple of times, but don't fret. With a couple of easy exercises, you can begin to look something more like this. Now you'll notice how each of the poi is going straight up and down, almost creating a wall. That's what we call a plane. And they're very synchronized together, which is what we call same time. So for this first exercise, you want to find yourself a flat wall, and you're going to begin spinning the poi parallel to it. Then, once you're comfortable enough with that, you're going to start moving your body around the poi without hitting the wall, moving your body back and forth, just getting comfortable moving around your plane. You're going to want to try this with both hands, so one hand doesn't get much better than the other. It's also important that you switch the direction that the poi is going from, clockwise to counterclockwise or vice versa, just so that you get comfortable moving around the plane with it going in either direction and you don't get better at one than the other. This next exercise is still working on plane control, but you're only going to need one poi, so just toss the other one aside. You're going to want to find a line or make one with tape on the ground and start spinning your poi directly above it, trying to keep it exactly above the line for the entire length of the plane. Once you get comfortable with that, you're going to want to try and move your body around. Make sure that when you try and walk across the plane, you start when the poi is at the exact opposite side, so you have enough time to cross without hitting yourself. Next, we'll be covering a very basic building block for many moves you'll learn in the future. I call it the tic-tac. So start with one poi, and then just start swinging it in wheel plane, and just switch from one side to the other. At first it might be a little tricky, and you don't have to go switch per every beat, but gradually work your way down until it stays on your side for one beat on each side until you can go like this. Next, we're going to be working on turns. So pick up that other poi and start spinning them both in the same direction in the same time in wheel plane. So what you're going to do is when they're both on their way up or on their way down, you want to switch your hand to the other side of your body so that both poi are either at the very top or very bottom at the same time. And then you turn and put your hand back on the normal side of your body, and everything should just flow together. Like with the other exercises and moves I've shown you today, you're going to want to try this in both directions. Try doing it at both the top and the bottom, and just do it until you get comfortable with it. It might be frustrating at first, but you can get it. It just takes a little bit of time and a lot of dedication, and it's a good foundation for many moves in the future. That's all the time that we have for today, so just keep practicing and stick with it. Stay swifty.